For numbers 20 and 21, we're asked to use these formulas for Fahrenheit and Celsius. Number 20, it says the temperature is negative 10 degrees Celsius. That is a C value or a Celsius value, and that means we're going to put that into the first formula because that's where F is equal to C. And when we're done, we'll have a Fahrenheit value. Let's take a look at that. F equals 9 times negative 10 divided by 5, so that C has become negative 10, plus 32. F is equal to 9. We'll do this division first. Negative 10 divided by positive 5 is negative 2. And I put that in parentheses because I didn't want the times sign and the negative sign directly together. Plus 32. Order of operations tells us to multiply, so that's going to be negative 18 plus 32. And if you want, you can even write that 32 first and then minus 18, or plus a negative 18. But in any case, F is 14. And this is a Fahrenheit degree. So we want to say 14 degrees Fahrenheit, or F. Number 21 says the temperature is 5 degrees Fahrenheit. This is an F value, and F fits right into the C equals formula. So we're now looking at C equals 5 times, we put 5 in for F, minus 32 divided by 9. 5 times, we'll do the numerator first. 5 minus 32 is a negative 27 divided by 9. The fraction bar is a grouping symbol, so it requires us to do things first there before we do anything with the 5 times. Negative 27 divided by positive 9 is negative 3. And 5 times negative 3 is negative 15. Again, this is degrees Celsius. So we put the degree mark and we put the C because we're working with Celsius here. Number 22 and number 23 are simplified by combining like terms. In number 22, all 3 terms are like terms, and so it's a matter of simply adding their coefficients and making the answer also a like term with them, also with a variable y. Now if it's helpful, we can make this negative 10y plus negative 5y plus 9y. So everything is addition. And let's see, that's negative 15. Well, let's see, negative 15y for the first two plus 9y. And that is negative 6y. For number 23, we have some terms that have p cubed and other terms that have just p. So we're going to do two things at the same time here. We're going to get the p cubes together, make that a negative 5 p cubed, plus, and I'm going to write this as 1 p cubed, even though we don't see the 1 there, it certainly is multiplied by 1, and then minus 8p. Oh, you know, I'm going to change that to plus a negative p. So let me erase the minus sign just a little bit and we'll start fresh with that. Make this plus a negative 8p, and for the minus a negative 4p we'll make that plus a positive 4p. Well, I guess I didn't need parentheses there, but that's okay. Again, looking at the p cubes, negative 5 and positive 1 is a negative 4 p cubed. And a negative 8p and a positive 4p is plus a negative 4p, although it's much more common to write that plus a negative 4p as simply minus 4p. Now, number 24, we are simply multiplying negative 9 times negative 4, and then times k. So multiplying the coefficients, we get 36k. And that's it. Now number 25 is different from number 24 because there's subtraction within the parentheses. We did not have that in number 24. It was all multiplication. So we use the distributive property. That means we're going to multiply negative 2 fully as it is times the 8m, and then separately times the negative 15. Remember, the sign in front of a term belongs to that term. So that's negative 2 times 8m is negative 16m, and negative 2 times a negative 15 is a positive 30. And that's all there is to that. Solve, be sure to check each answer. Okay, we have 26 and 27. 26, solve means isolate the variable. And what it first means, though, is isolate the variable term. That means we must clear or get rid of, or however you want to say it, the negative 35 that's here, and we're going to do so by adding 35 to each side. What we get out of that is a 7y, and then plus 0, which we don't need to write, equals 8 and 5 is 13, 63. To solve for y now, to isolate y, we divide each side by the coefficient 7. Divide by 7. Be careful, we're not going to divide by 7y. We don't want to clear the y, we want to just clear the 7. Anyway, y equals 63 divided by 7 is a whole number. It is 9. So y equals 9. Now remember, it said to check each answer. So I'm going to do a check here. We're good with, we've verified that, so we like this answer, y equals 9. 9 is the solution. So in this equation, we really need to isolate the variable term first before we isolate the variable. So I want to write that up here. Isolate the variable term. And that means that we make our focus the variable terms first. And I'm going to do so here by clearing one of them. Let's clear the 3y by saying minus 3y, adding its opposite, minus 3y. What we get from that here is 0 and then just negative 6 equals 4y plus 14. Now we've established where the 4y is, or the y term is, and we're now going to clear the 14 by adding its opposite, negative 14, to each side. And in doing so, let's see, negative 16, negative 14 is a negative 20 equals 4y, and then these become just 0. And now we can divide each side by 4, and we discover that negative 5 equals y, or more appropriately, y equals negative 5.